You know, we all have these invisible limits that kind of hold us back. But what if you could just break free from them simply by changing the way you think? Well, today, we're going to dive into how to unlock that true potential. So, let's get started.
Seriously, has this thought ever crossed your mind? That quiet, nagging feeling that maybe your dreams are a little too big, or that you just don't have what it takes to get there. And you know what? It's a super common feeling. It's this little voice inside that tries to stop us right before we're about to take a leap.
Yeah, that feeling, it's literally like living inside an invisible box. You can't see the walls, but you can definitely feel them. They're made of stuff like fear and self-doubt, and they keep us from reaching for the life we really want, even when the door is right there, wide open. Okay, so if we're gonna break out of this box, the first step is to actually see the walls, right? We've got to know what they're made of. We need to see them for what they really are.
It turns out the walls of this mental box are usually built from three main things: good old-fashioned fear, its close cousin, self-doubt, and this sneaky little habit of thinking small. Let's break each one down.
All right, first up, we've got fear. And here's the crazy part. For most of us, it's not actually the fear of failing. Nope, it's the fear of looking like a failure to other people. We get so worried about what they might think, and that fear can be so paralyzing that we end up doing nothing at all just to stay safe.
Then there's self-doubt. You know, that little voice that whispers, "Who do you think you are?" or "You don't really deserve this." But here's the absolute key. That voice, it's not telling you the truth. It's not a fact. It's just a habit, a thought pattern that gets stronger every single time you compare yourself to someone else.
And that brings us to the third wall, just thinking small. This is our cozy little comfort zone, right? We tell ourselves, oh, I'm just being realistic, but what we're really doing is shrinking our dreams down so we don't have to face potential disappointment. We're choosing comfort over growth, and we end up hiding our own light.
Okay, so we've seen the walls that are holding us back. Now for the good part. How do we tear them down? Well, it all starts with really getting what it means to think big.
Thinking big, it's really just a mindset. It's the ability to look at a situation and see what's possible, to see the potential, even when the problems are staring you right in the face. It's not about ignoring reality. It's about believing a better one can be created.
And this is a really important distinction to make. Thinking big is not the same thing as just daydreaming. See, daydreaming is passive. It's kind of like waiting for magic to happen. But thinking big, that's active. It's about truly believing you can learn what you need to learn, seeing a real path forward, and then having the guts to start with small practical steps. This right here, this quote just nails it. It's the whole attitude. It's not about already having all the answers. It's about having faith in your own ability to figure things out along the way. It's a commitment to learning and growing.
So that all sounds great, right? But how do we actually do it? How do we put this into practice in our real, everyday lives? Well, the secret is all about changing the way we talk to ourselves, turning those old, tired excuses into fuel for action.
Just look at the difference here. The language we use with ourselves makes a world of difference. Excuse thinking just shuts everything down. But action thinking, it opens up possibilities. Instead of "I'm not skilled enough," you ask, okay, what's one tiny step I can take to learn? That simple little switch changes everything. So I want you to actually think about this for a second. Right now, what is the absolute tiniest, almost ridiculously small step you could take towards something you want? I mean, it could be as simple as writing down one idea or looking something up online. The goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is just to start.
Because once you start taking those tiny actions, something incredible starts to happen. Your belief in yourself actually starts to grow. And the thing is, belief isn't some magic feeling you just have to wait around for. It's something you build, one day at a time.
And here's a super simple 3-step way you can start building it, like today. Step 1, do one small thing that shows you believe in yourself. Maybe that's just speaking up in a meeting. Step 2, actually notice that you did it and give yourself a little credit. Celebrate that tiny success. And step 3, ask yourself this powerful question. If I fully believed in myself, what would I do? And then just go do a little piece of that.
And honestly, this is the whole secret. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's a side effect. It's the feeling you get after you take action. The more you act, the more evidence you have that you can do it, and the more confident you become. It's this awesome upward spiral.
So, when you get this cycle going, this loop of action and belief, you're not just changing a few habits. No, you're literally building the life you actually want to live, piece by piece.
You know, the most incredible part of all this is how those tiny, consistent steps start to add up. They might feel like nothing on their own, but day after day, they compound into these huge, life-altering results. And suddenly, what once felt impossible starts to feel totally achievable.
Which really brings us full circle back to where we started. The biggest things holding us back, they're usually not out there in the world, they're the walls we've built inside our own minds. But hey, the good news is, if we built them, we can absolutely tear them down.
So, I'm going to leave you with this one question to really chew on. Imagine it's 1 year from today. Where do you want to be? What do you want to be doing? Give yourself permission to think big, because that life you're dreaming of is just waiting for you to believe in it and take that first tiny step.